Okay guys, thank you, welcome back to my channel, The Planted Carly Flower. I'm Carly and today we are going to be talking about Hoya Caudata Sumatra. Well, actually there's several Caudata varieties and we're going to go over a couple of the ones that I have. So stick around, hit that like and subscribe button. If you really don't want to miss my content, turn on notifications, hit that bell, and stick around for all the planty goodness.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
Okay guys, let's get started. So Hoya Caudata, there's several different varieties, just like with Finlaysonii and all the other ones, Calistophylla, there's various varieties of this plant. There's Caudata Sumatra, there's Caudata Big Leaf, there's Caudata Ripple, I think. I have regular Caudata Sumatra and I have Caudata Big Leaf. So we're gonna look at those two today because that's what I have and that's what I feel comfortable giving you information on because I have them and I know what their care is like in my environment. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to put some footage up of my Caudata Sumatra now, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it while the video's going. Okay guys, Caudata Sumatra, without surprise, comes from the Sumatra island. It has, as you can see, a beautiful foliage with speckling and some silver spots on it. It is a vining epiphyte. It does prefer to grow up, so definitely trellis this little baby. It's going to do the best for you that way. It is from a tropical environment and it is a terrestrial plant, so it does use other plants and trees to grow along and to spread out. They do prefer bright light to full sunlight. This baby gets 3 or 4 hours of direct eastern light in the mornings and it absolutely loves it. You can see the sun stressing on the new leaves, how they're a little bit reddish. It's absolutely beautiful. I definitely recommend that. It does like a little bit more water than you would think in my environment. I do water this plant once a week and sometimes even a little before once a week. Just pay attention to your plant. Watch its signs for dehydration and water it when you think. Some people can water it every 2 weeks. You just have to learn your plant's cues and go with that. This one is in terracotta, so that might have something to do with why I'm watering it a little bit more frequently. I do intend to move this to pond. Can you believe it's currently in soil? And it will, I'm sure, flourish that way, but it's doing good right now and it just hasn't been a priority to transfer it. I definitely recommend some humidity. It grows really fast with some humidity, but it will flourish in regular room temperatures and humidity as well. So don't feel like you have to do anything fancy. If your regular home humidity is in the 40s to 50s, it'll probably still do really well for you. I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful plant. Definitely nice. Yeah, so that's my Hoya Caudata Sumatra. It hasn't bloomed for me, obviously. I don't have peduncles, but I will put a picture of the leaves here so that you can see what that looks like. Or not the leaves, the blooms here, so you can see what those look like. Oh my God, help me. And it's a beautiful plant. It's so prehistoric to me, very Jurassic. Like I can almost see like a prehistoric alligator swimming through the swamp with this big Caudata Sumatra just draping over it. Like it's so, I love the Hoyas that look like they're from another time. I am a big history fan. The prehistoric ages absolutely just draw me in. I'm a big fan of like deep ocean, like what's down there that we don't know about. I'm that kind of a nerd. So anything that looks like it came from a different time, I am so there. I am so down. I want to know everything and I want all of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at my Caudata Big Leaf. And I'll put some footage here for you. Okay guys, Hoya Caudata Big Leaf. It comes from Thailand and Malaysia and it typically goes on towards the floor and over rocks and stuff like that, and it usually comes from really moist conditions. It does have a little bit of a hairier leaf, as you can see, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It will bloom several times from the same peduncle, which is really cool, and it is a prolific bloomer really once you get it going. They do last about a week. the blooms, but they're absolutely beautiful. Like I said, just like with Caudata Sumatra, this prefers to be watered a little bit more frequently. This one is in plastic, again, soil. I know, crazy, I haven't transferred it over yet, but it does like to have a little bit of a moisture substrate. Definitely don't leave it waterlogged. Definitely give it a nice, airy, well-draining mix, but it does like a little bit more moisture. I find that when I let it get a little too dry, it starts to shrivel really quick. So I would keep this soil a little bit on the moisture side, water it a day or two before it absolutely dries out, and let it drain really well. It does like a really humid environment, just like the other one. The care is not too different. It does take some direct eastern light in the mornings, and it is absolutely beautiful. Look how prehistoric. Oh my God, I cannot stress how much I love the prehistoric look of this plant, guys. It's beautiful. I really do think that Hoya Caudata in general would do really, really well in a terrarium type setting. It does really well in my Mills bowl with up to 90% humidity. So if you're looking for something super cool to like line out your terrarium, maybe this might be the guy for you. Like, he really likes a moister condition, and I would highly recommend that. Okay guys, so that was my Hoya Caudata Big Leaf. And he's actually the one I prefer over the two. His leaves are not that big yet, but they can get up to 7 inches long in the right conditions. I got him as just a little tiny plant with 2 little leaves, and he's grown all the other leaves in my care, and he's getting a vine, and I really, really enjoy him. I really like the way they look, as I've expressed several times already. And I really don't think I can say it enough. Like, the look of this plant is beautiful. I am really sorry if you're getting any back noise from my fan, but my camera kept overheating, so now I have a fan blowing on my camera to keep it from overheating because it's like 90 degrees in my house. My air conditioner is now going, but I was just trying to combat that. So anyway, that's where that whirring sound is coming from. I'm so sorry. But anyway, yeah, so fertilizing. I go ahead and I fertilize this with liquid dirt when I water it. So it gets the liquid dirt food, plant food every week, and it's doing really, really well. Before using liquid dirt, I was fertilizing every 2 weeks with my Harris organic fish emulsion, and it loved that too. So those are 2 options for you if you're looking to fertilize this plant. I'm sure a slow release fertilizer would be equally effective if you're looking for something a little bit more passive. But right now I water it about once a week, maybe a little more often, maybe every 5 to 7 days I'd say, and it's really enjoying the liquid dirt. It has grown several leaves. I highly recommend. If you're looking for a way to get a discount code, I use Plant Me Ashley's. It's a it's Ashley_25 or something. Go to her page and look. I'll try and put it on the screen if I remember. But yeah, she gets a little perk for that, and why would not help out another Planty content creator? I don't have an affiliation with Liquid Dirt, although I wouldn't mind one, and she does. So let's help her out. Yeah, it's a great plant. I haven't had any pests on this plant, although I have heard that this particular plant is susceptible to mealies like a lot. I haven't had mealies on it, but if you are looking to kill some mealies or your plant has mealies, definitely go ahead and check out my plant pest prevention video. I'll put it up here above, and it goes over in depth how to kill mealy bugs. And also I would suggest some pest prevention. I spray with neem oil and check it over really well whenever I water it, and that seems to be doing the trick so far. I haven't had any problems as of yet. Knock on wood, I'm probably gonna get mealies as soon as I go downstairs, since I said I haven't had problems, because that is the life that I have. But anyway, yeah, it's a great plant. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for something a little different from your typical thrive on neglect Hoya, this one requires a little bit more care and love. It requires a little bit more frequent waterings. It likes its moisture level to be a little higher in the soil. This would probably be a really great candidate for pon or leca, since it is a watery and it can drink however it likes substance. Like I said, this would look really cool in a terrarium setup. I think it would be a great candidate for that. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, absolutely leave them in the description box down below. I would love to discuss it with you, answer any questions I may have missed throughout this video that you have questions about, and definitely love chatting with you just in general. So just even say hi. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I will put my tag here, and my link tree is down below with all my links. Thank you so much for joining me for this little visit with Hoya Caudata. I really love this plant. It's one of my favorites. And hopefully you learned something about a plant that you have, or you've learned something about a plant that you hope to get. Don't forget to spend lots of quality time with your plant babies today. I really appreciate every single one of you.